Vietnam's transformation is a story of resilience and rapid reinvention. Once defined by war, few imagined it would rise to become one of the fastest-growing economies in Southeast Asia. Today, skyscrapers rise over Ho Chi Minh City, and global headlines hail it as the next Asian tiger. This rapid change began with Doi Moi in 1986, reforms that opened Vietnam to the world and laid the foundation for an economic miracle. But as we head into 2025, a critical question looms. Can this momentum last? In this video, we unpack the engines of Vietnam's growth, dissect its critical challenges, and reveal the opportunities that could reshape the region.
Vietnam's remarkable rise isn't just luck. It's built on solid pillars that keep the momentum strong. It all starts with people. Vietnam's first strategic advantage is its investment in education. A staggering 96% literacy rate fuels a young, ambitious workforce that consistently ranks among the most educated in the region. Every year, Vietnamese students outperform peers in global assessments, creating a highly skilled workforce primed for the future. The second pillar is Vietnam's transformation into a global investment powerhouse. In a year of worldwide economic headwinds, foreign capital didn't just trickle in, it flooded in. Foreign direct investment surged to $36.6 billion in 2023, an unambiguous vote of confidence from the international community. But the story is in the details. Singapore, Japan, and Hong Kong led the charge in total capital, pouring billions into manufacturing and real estate. Meanwhile, China dominated in the number of new projects, weaving itself deeply into the local economy. And long-term partners like South Korea doubled down, with giants like Samsung, LG, and semiconductor firm Amkor expanding their already massive operations. This wasn't just a number. It was a strategic global pivot, right into the heart of Vietnam. The third pillar is homegrown innovation, with local startups like VNG and Momo leading the transformation of Vietnam's digital economy. From e-commerce to renewable energy, Vietnamese innovators are no longer following trends, they're setting them. Finally, there's the pillar that powers all others, the people. Factories and foreign investment may be the engine of Vietnam's growth, but its golden population is the fuel. In 2025, the average citizen is just 33 years old, part of a digitally native, globally aware generation raised on opportunity. They are the central characters in this story, transforming from a labor force into the very consumers and innovators who are writing Vietnam's next chapter. Together, these pillars have driven Vietnam's impressive economic ascent. Over the past decade, Vietnam has emerged as a vital player on the global stage, with Focus Economics reporting consistent GDP growth of 6 to 7% annually. By becoming a key hub in global supply chains, especially in electronics, textiles, and machinery, Vietnam has outpaced many of its regional peers. Looking ahead, the momentum shows no signs of slowing down. According to the World Bank, Vietnam's real GDP is projected to grow by 6.8% in 2025. As the country continues to invest in its people, build new connections, welcome global partners, and foster bold ideas, Vietnam's economic miracle is far from over. The story is still being written, and the next chapter may be its most exciting yet.
As Vietnam looks toward 2025, the spotlight is on new opportunities and fresh frontiers. Investment, both foreign and domestic, is surging into sectors that promise to shape the future. Technology remains a driving force. Venture capital is pouring into artificial intelligence, digital payments, and e-commerce platforms, fueling the rise of homegrown innovators and attracting global partners. Vietnamese tech startups are attracting significant investment, with fintech and logistics emerging as leading sectors. The government's push for a Make in Vietnam strategy is transforming cities like Ho Chi Minh City and Da Nang into vibrant tech hubs. Vietnam's tourism industry is on a remarkable upward trajectory, solidifying its role as a regional powerhouse. In 2024, the country welcomed 17.5 million international arrivals, a 39% increase from the previous year, reflecting a strong global resurgence in travel. Looking ahead, Vietnam aims to attract 23 million visitors in 2025. driven by expanded visa exemptions and its growing international appeal. The sector's economic impact is equally impressive, generating over $33 billion in revenue, as major infrastructure projects continue to enhance Vietnam's long-term attractiveness as a premier travel destination. Green energy is another magnet for capital. With commitments to net zero emissions, Vietnam is rapidly expanding its solar and wind power capacity. EDP Renewables from Portugal has already invested $500 million into developing 500 megawatts of wind and solar energy capacity in Vietnam, with plans to scale that investment to $1 billion by 2025. Manufacturing is evolving too. High-tech factories, producing semiconductors, electric vehicles, and smart devices are replacing traditional assembly lines. Companies like VinFast are drawing international headlines, while new industrial parks outside Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City are attracting billions in investment. Don't overlook Vietnam's creative economy. From animation studios to digital content creators, entrepreneurs are tapping into the global demand for entertainment and design. The gaming industry alone is expected to triple in value by 2025. Finance is also transforming. Digital banks and mobile wallets are making financial services more accessible than ever, with Momo and Timo leading the charge. In every corner, technology, energy, manufacturing, creativity, tourism, and finance. Vietnamese entrepreneurs and global investors are betting big on the next chapter. Vietnam is on an ambitious economic trajectory, aiming for upper middle income status by 2030 and high income status by 2050. Fueling this growth is a rapidly expanding middle class, projected to double to 26% of the population by 2026, which presents significant opportunities for businesses. This booming demographic is driving growth in retail, e-commerce, tourism, and real estate, making Vietnam an emerging consumer powerhouse.
But with every surge in opportunity comes a new set of challenges. As Vietnam races ahead, it must also confront the growing pains that threaten to slow its momentum. Start with the city skyline shimmering in the morning light, then shift to scenes of gridlocked traffic and crowded sidewalks. The very success of Vietnam's economy is creating its most urgent crisis: infrastructure at its breaking point. Daily gridlock on roads and at ports doesn't just test patience, it throttles productivity and creates logistical nightmares. In response, Vietnam has initiated its most ambitious infrastructure push yet, from the massive North-South Expressway to metro systems reshaping its major cities. At the heart of this effort is a $60 billion high-speed rail project connecting Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, designed to unify economic hubs and strengthen national cohesion. The mission is simple: to build a platform strong enough to support the country's sky-high ambitions. Environmental pressures are mounting too. Rapid industrialization and urban expansion have brought air pollution, water shortages, and seasonal flooding. Smog hangs over major cities, while rural communities grapple with the impacts of climate change and deforestation. The benefits of growth are not evenly shared. Income inequality is widening, as some regions and social groups surge ahead while others are left behind. In the heart of the city, gleaming skyscrapers overshadow informal settlements, reminders of the gap that must be bridged. Vietnam's ambitious industries face another hurdle: a skills gap. The demand for high-tech talent and advanced manufacturing skills outpaces the supply, challenging schools, universities, and businesses to adapt quickly. And as millions flock to cities in search of opportunity, the pressures of urbanization intensify. Shortages in affordable housing, rising living costs, and strained public services are putting increasing pressure on families and communities across Vietnam. Yet, amid these challenges, solutions are emerging. New metro lines snake through cityscapes, promising relief for commuters. Community cleanup initiatives and green spaces signal a growing environmental awareness. Investments in education and vocational training are equipping the next generation for the jobs of tomorrow. Vietnam's journey is not without obstacles, but the determination to overcome them runs deep, driven by a shared vision of progress, resilience, and a brighter future for all.
As Vietnam forges ahead, its internal progress is increasingly shaped by forces beyond its borders. Vietnam's economic miracle is now unfolding on a global stage, where the tides of geopolitics surge and recede with unpredictable force. The nation stands at the crossroads of history, as great powers vie for influence in the region. Vietnam finds itself at the epicenter of great power competition. As the US-China rivalry deepens, Vietnam has become a vital node in the reordering of global supply chains. As global supply chains shift, Vietnam finds itself a favored destination for manufacturers seeking alternatives to China, drawing unprecedented investment but also new scrutiny. Shifting trade alliances present both opportunities and challenges, as global uncertainties, such as rising tariffs and retaliatory measures, create a complex and unpredictable economic landscape. Vietnam is an active member of both the CPTP, Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, and RCEP, Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, using these trade pacts to deepen economic integration and strengthen global ties. By leveraging these agreements, Vietnam seeks to attract more foreign investment, grow its export markets, and solidify its position in global supply chains. But doing so also requires careful navigation of complex trade rules and shifting geopolitical loyalties. Regional security tensions simmer just offshore. The South China Sea, vital for trade, rich in resources, remains a flashpoint. Here, Vietnam walks a diplomatic tightrope, asserting its sovereignty, deepening ties with allies, yet avoiding confrontation. Through it all, Vietnam's strategy is one of balance, strengthening partnerships, diversifying its economy, and championing peace through ASEAN. The stakes are high and the currents unpredictable. Yet in the eye of this geopolitical storm, Vietnam's resilience, honed by decades of history, offers hope that it can not only weather the challenges but chart its own course toward a secure and prosperous future.
Vietnam's journey is nothing short of remarkable. In just a few decades, the nation has transformed from the shadows of war into a beacon of growth and resilience. Modern city skylines rise where once there was little but hope. Bustling streets, innovative startups, and thriving industries now power an economy that is the envy of many. But progress has not come without its share of challenges. From crowded streets and pollution to the hurdles faced by rural communities, Vietnam's path forward is not without obstacles. The pressures of global politics and the demands of sustainable growth test the nation's resolve every day. Yet what sets Vietnam apart is its spirit, the unyielding determination of its people. Entrepreneurs push boundaries, families invest in education, and communities unite to build a better tomorrow. This resilience, this drive to adapt and innovate, is Vietnam's greatest asset. As the nation stands at the threshold of a new era, its potential is limitless. With unity, adaptability, and vision, Vietnam is poised not just to weather the storms, but to shape its own destiny on the world stage. Vietnam's journey is nothing short of remarkable. Make no mistake, the final push to become a true Asian tiger is the most challenging. Yet, Vietnam's greatest strength has always been its resilience. If that spirit drives smart infrastructure development and genuine innovation, the country won't just continue growing, it will redefine its future. Vietnam's story is no longer about catching up. The real question now is, how high and how far can it go? Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the related video on your screen for more fascinating content. Explore our channel for even more exciting videos. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Globe Gazette for more incredible stories. Your support means everything to us. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.